if you're a business owner in the trades, boilermakers, electricians, spray painters, plumbers, you know the kind, doing somewhere over $1 million a year, 5 to 20 staff, built it yourself, and the business works, but only because everything funnels back through you. This is for you. You've got a team, you've got the work, you've got momentum, but everything still funnels back through you. Quoting jobs, answering 100 questions before lunchtime, fielding client calls, fixing stuff, pulling people into line, and if you're not there, nothing moves. The team, they're good blokes, but they don't think ahead. So you're the one making decisions, solving problems, and carrying the mental load. And you know what really means? If one key person leaves, you're back on the tools. And if you step back in, it slows down. If you go away, you're coming back to a shitstorm. You want to grow, you know the team could do more, but every time you think about letting go, that voice kicks in. What if they stuff it up? What if it all crashes down and I lose everything I've worked so hard for? No one talks about that part, but it's real. You're exhausted, burnt out, running a multi-million-dollar business that still feels like a glorified job. You didn't sign up for this. If any of that hits home, you're in the right place. Because what we're about to cover is how you break out of the weeds, build a real leadership team, and scale to $3, $5, or even $10 million without everything funneling back through you. You started your business to have more time, more money, and more choices. You pictured a tight crew that had your back, jobs rolling in, you finally breathing, but fast forward to now, and you're working 60, 70 plus hours a week, stuck in chaos. You're answering every call, every text, every dumb little question that someone should be able to figure out. You're the one every client wants to talk to, the one every team member needs to check in with, the one making every decision, solving every problem, and carrying the whole bloody thing. And here's the trap. You tell yourself, if I could just find a good second in charge, if they just use their initiative for once, if I could just get on top of the paperwork, but nothing changes. So you do what you've always done. More control, more hours, more thinking for everyone. And the crazy part, you built this for freedom. But now it's the opposite. The business owns you. Most days feel like you're treading water, head just above the surface, just enough to breathe, but you know it doesn't feel quite right and it's not sustainable. And deep down, there's this thought you'd never admit out loud. Maybe it'll be easy without a team. Maybe growth just means more headaches and more stress. You're not lazy. You're not afraid of the hard work, but this isn't what you signed up for. And if something doesn't change soon, you're going to burn out or break. Travis was working 80 plus hours a week, stuck in every job, every client, meeting, running every part of the show. Now, he's 6x'd his business, works 30 to 40 hours a week, and leads a team that runs the show without him. Owen was on the verge of burnout. 3.5 weeks on site, 5 days at home, zero margin for error. He didn't believe in coaching, but gave it 6 months. 2 years later, he's halved his hours, scaled his team, and now does 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off with more money and more life. Ash used to be underground on the tools, handheld mining himself in every call on every site. Now, his business has doubled, he's built a management team and spends his time where it counts. 30 to 40 hours a week with his young family, he finally gets to enjoy. Jace was too busy to invest himself. Been doing this for years, but he found 1 hour a week, and that 1 hour changed everything. 2 years later, he's making more money, working 10 days a month, and leading a crew that actually gives a shit. And Mark, he nearly didn't join because it cost. He said, I'm only a small business, I'm not sure I can afford it. But he backed himself, found the cash, and within 18 months, he's doubled his business to a team of 8, tripled his revenue, doubled profit, and finally has breathing room. Life-changing, right? You get the idea. Here's what I believe. I believe the good guys should win. The ones who've built something real, who show up every day and work hard, who do the right thing by their team and their clients, who've taken all the risk and are still the ones carrying the load. I believe you shouldn't have to choose between business and family, between profit and peace, between doing great work and having a great life. Because here's the truth. Business doesn't have to feel this heavy. You don't have to grind it out forever. You don't have to sacrifice your weekends, your sanity, or your marriage just to keep the wheels turning. You can scale past that $3 to $5 million death zone into the $8 to $10 million freedom zone with a business that's calm, controlled, and profitable without you holding it all together. You can lead a team that wants to step up, have a business that runs without you babysitting it, actually enjoy the ride again. That's the game I play. That's the mission. And if you're nodding along, you're our kind of people. You've probably been told the same thing over and over. You just got to work harder. You just got to push through this bit. Hire a few more people. It'll get easier. So you do. You throw more bodies at the problem. You stay in control of every tiny detail. You try a new job system. You tweak your calendar. You buy more utes, more gear, maybe a new side office, and you think, maybe if I just manage my time better, and still nothing changes. Why? Because the problem isn't your hours or your tools. The problem is the model you're running. You've been fed the myth that no one will ever care as much as you do, so you end up doing everything yourself. Living on call, keeping it all in your head, trying to hold the standards through sheer force. It's like you've been swimming for hours. You started strong, fast, focused, but now you're exhausted. You're just trying to stay afloat, and everyone around you says, just keep swimming. Nah, you don't need to swim harder. You need a relay team. People you can hand the baton to, people who take ownership and deliver so you can finally breathe. Here's the truth no one ever told you. It's not your fault. No one ever taught you how to lead a team, a $3 to $5 million or even a $10 million team. You were trained to work in the business, not to build a machine that runs it. But that ends here. Here's the real problem, plain and simple. You don't need more workers, you need more leaders. Most business owners in $1 to $5 million range have built a crew of helpers, people who follow instructions, people who wait to be told what to do, but you can't scale with a business of followers. You need leaders, people who take ownership, who make decisions, who drive results without you being the go-to for everything. That's why the chaos keeps snapping back. It's not that your systems suck. It's not that you just need a better job tracking app. It's not that you need to get more organized. It's that you've got more followers than leaders, and followers create more questions, more checking, more rework, more load. What you need is a leadership engine, a system that builds leaders at every level so you can scale without you at the center, because that's what gets you to the freedom zone. Not more tools, not more hours, not more control, just people who can lead. We build leadership engines. We help you install the leadership operating system in 3 simple phases. So the business doesn't just grow, it grows without you being the glue. Phase 1 is all about clarity. We make the business clear enough that it stops living in your head, values are visible, direction is clear, everyone knows what good looks like, and we protect the owner's time, so you're not the one getting dragged back into the weeds all day. Phase 2 is all about confidence. This is where consistency builds confidence. We create a performance engine so your team plans properly, executes properly, so the jobs don't drift, standards don't slip, and you're not constantly stepping back in to save it. You get a decisive team that drives execution so you can run the business at a sustainable pace, then speed up when you need to without breaking the machine. Phase 3 is growth. This is where we build the leadership engine that drives the business forward. We create development systems, decision rhythms, and real accountability so you're not one resignation away from being back on the tools. And growth stops feeling like more moving parts and more risk because the business can actually carry it. That's the shift from owner dependent to leader built, from reactive to repeatable, from everything funnels back through me to a well-oiled machine that moves the business forward. Travis used to be everywhere, hustling hard, but going in circles. Once we installed the vision, the values, and the strategy, everything changed. His team aligned, his hours dropped, and his business exploded. Owen carried the whole thing himself, but once we empowered his crew and built accountability into the bones of the business, they stepped up and he finally got his life back. Ash was in every job, every detail, every decision. We helped him build his management team, coach them properly, and delegate the execution. Now, 3x business, 30 to 40 hours a week, real freedom. We've had skeptics turn believers, 2x, 3x, even 6x revenue results, massive drops in working hours, real business owners finally getting their lives back. And it works because we don't fix surface problems. We don't slap a new app on chaos. We build the people, we build the engine, and the engine drives the business forward without snapping back to everything funnels through me. And if any of this has hit home, here's what to do next. Click the button below and book a quick 15-minute chat. No pressure, no fluff, just real talk about your business, your team, and what's actually possible. On the call, we'll map out where you are, uncover what's holding you back, and show you a simple, actionable plan to move forward. You'll walk away feeling clear, confident, excited about the future of your business, whether we work together or not. You've made it this far, you're still watching, that tells me something. Click the button, let's talk, let's build the business that works for you, not because of you.